I'll quickly look at another fracture, um, which occurs in the upper limb. So this is what is known as a Smith fracture. Smith fracture. Okay. So you have the Colles fracture, which is kind of like a fracture and it goes forward. You have the Smith fracture, where you have a fracture and it's basically going backward. Okay. So Smith fracture, just so you know, is a type of distal radius fracture, and it's sometimes called the reverse Colles fracture. Okay, so Colles is the other way around for Colles. Okay, Colles being the most popular. So it occurs when the distal fragment of the radius is displaced volarly, that's towards the palm. So mechanism of injury is usually caused by a fall onto a flexed wrist. So it can also occur from a direct blow to the back of the wrist. Okay, so it's common in younger adults compared to college fracture, though. You know, so this is Smith's fracture. So clinical features: there's a lot of pain, swelling, and deformity around the wrist, and the wrist may appear like a garden spade. Okay, so there's tenderness over the distal radius. There's reduced range of motion, and so neurovascular compromise is rare, but sometimes blood vessels or nerves around that side could get injured. Types: we have the flexion type, is a classic Smith fracture. You have the direct blow type, which probably is a fall on the dorsum of the wrist. They also have the oblique type, where there is axial loading with pronation. So treatment: if the fracture is displaced, you just do close reduction and immobilization. If the fracture is displaced, you require open reduction and internal fixation. Then you rehabilitate. So early physiotherapy to restore the wrist mobility and strength. So complication is it could actually lead to malunion, where there's persistent deformity. It could lead to stiffness of the wrist and fingers. Then you can also have arthritis occurring after. Then rarely you can have the medial nerve compressions.